Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon XD. In the last episode, we finished exploring the Snag'em hideout here, we beat Wakem and Gonzap, and we finally have our Snag machine back. Also, at the end of the last episode, we got a notification on our mirror radar that Mirror B has appeared at the Realgam Coliseum, but we're not strong enough yet to take that on. I did go back and check. The Pokemon there are indeed level 40, all of them, and we're not close to that. So it wouldn't really be a good look for us trying to take that on right now. So we're going to unfortunately have to pass up on that opportunity for now. But starting off the episode here, I'm actually going to use a few of the TMs that we have gotten recently. First of them being Shadow Ball. So Vaporeon is able to learn Shadow Ball. We're going to teach it to Vaporeon. We're going to get a little bit more diversity in our team. So yeah, 80 power, Ghost type move instead of having Bite. So, you know, that would be a little bit stronger. Because we do have Houndoom that knows Bite and knows Feint Attack. And it's going to be able to use those moves better since it gets the same type attack bonus from that. And then let's teach Psychic to Baltoy, because that's a good move. I think I'm going to hold on to Psybeam just because Psybeam actually has a decent amount of PP on it, and it's still decently strong. It's still 65 power. So, if anything, I mean, we'll probably get rid of one of these two moves eventually. Probably leaning towards Ancient. Well, okay, see, Rock Tomb's less accurate though. It's only 80 accuracy. It would be really nice if we could put some other moves on Baltoy, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I kind of anticipated that it wouldn't be the strongest or most contributing member of the team, but it's a bit tough to use it at this point. We're still 6 levels away from it evolving. It'll be a little bit better at that point, but still, it's pretty rough for us. But I don't know what I want to get rid of though, because Mudslap's just so weak. Like, even if it was super effective, it's still probably going to do less damage than we could do with some of these other attacks anyways. So I think I am going to get rid of that. Eventually, it will learn Earthquake naturally. I forget if it learns that. Oop. I totally just bumped my mic there away from me. I don't know if it was really loud because I didn't like thump on it or anything, but yeah, it definitely got away from me there. But anyways, Baltoy learns Psychic. So now that we have that done, I have 2 things that I want to do before we go to the Cypher Key Lair. The first of which is going here to a place that we haven't been in quite some time. It's called Mount Battle. And Mount Battle is actually a really good place to grind for experience. I probably should have done a little bit of grinding here, but I just kind of forgot about it because I've been focused on advancing the story. So I realized when I was looking through some stuff about the game, you can actually get Water Pulse, which I think is TM03, if you beat the second area of Mount Battle. And okay, let me actually check which Pokemon are in the front. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with those 2 being in the front. Yes, I would. Continue? Can I do that? First 3 areas. I would like to try area 2. So if you beat area 2, you get Water Pulse. And Water Pulse is a 60 power water type move that has a chance of confusing. So it's better than Water Gun, and this area of Mount Battle only has trainers in levels 11 to 15, and we're about twice that now, so it would have been in our best interest to come back, come and do this earlier so they can get Water Pulse. But It just slipped my mind. I didn't really think about it. And so yeah, this is gonna be a cakewalk, to put it bluntly. So I'm probably just gonna cut this out and see you guys at the end, because I want to get Water Pulse. It's still gonna be better than Water Gun at this point. Unfortunately, Vaporeon's not gonna learn any really much better water moves for quite some time, I think. So it's still a good idea to do this even at this point. I just wish that I had come and done this sooner. So I will see you guys at the end. I'll probably cut in at like the very last battle, so the 20th battle. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so welcome back. The last 13 minutes has been about as exciting as watching paint dry. Well, we're finally here at the end of the second area. And I'm going to show you basically how really just sad this area was for the level that we currently are. Also, we get the boss fight music, which I'm perfectly okay with. I love the boss fight music in this game. So he has 3 Pokemon. They're level 15. Let's go for Flamethrower on that. Psychic on the Mudkip. I'm sorry, Mudkip. I really like Mudkips. They're cute. And Destruction. But yeah, as you can see, we lost the signal on the mirror radar, so we waited too long. We weren't gonna get it anyways. It'll be up for one more turn. Sorry. We did get a few level ups, actually, which is kind of funny considering I really wasn't expecting to get much out of this, aside from that TM, which is the entire reason that I'm doing this at all. Plus, we could have started from Area 3, actually, which we will in the future. I think this is a good place to grind, so I'm probably going to come back here a little bit later, probably before the final dungeon of the game, and just get some experience. Yay, we got Poke coupons. Yay for us. Alright, so let's... Alright, cool. We got a gift. That is what I wanted. Okay, so I do want to return to the entrance, so I'm going to do that. Spent a lot of time this episode and don't have a lot of footage to show for it. That's fun. Alright, so let's go ahead and use that Water Pulse TM on Vaporeon. It's about time that, you know, we got a better water type move. Yay, finally. Okay, so now that we've done that, while we are in battle, the Shadow Togepi that we've been working on purifying is now ready to be purified. So I'm going to head back to the purified chamber and take care of that. And we'll finally be able to wrap up that little subplot. It's not really a side quest because you get it as part of the main story. But if you do purify the Shadow Togepi, there is a nice reward in it for you. And I'll be showing that momentarily once I actually purify it. The only downside is that I'm going to have to drop off a member of our party again. But for now, let's just purify it. And with that, we're out of Shadow Pokemon. Well, I guess, aside from the limited time that we have in our party, which is purifying awfully slowly because we never use it, we don't have any other Pokemon to purify at the moment. Alright, Togepi opened the door to its heart. And it got back the move Follow Me, which will make any attacks that come out that turn attack Togepi instead of the other Pokemon. So it's useless in single battles. And then Try Attack, which is actually a normal type move, even though it consists of fire, ice, and electricity. So, oh, well, okay, I guess I have a habit of just going into the purified chamber even if I'm just using the PC, because you can access the PC from here. Well, I guess, you know what? For the heck of it, let's put Lunatone in one of these sets. Just because we can. Okay, so it's going to be the same. But the reason we are taking out the Togepi is because if you take it back to Hortle, you know, the guy who gave it to you in the first place, then he will actually trade it for something. And so I'm not going to end up using the thing that he gives us, but I will at least show it off. I mean, I wouldn't have used the Togepi either, so it's not going to make too much of a difference for me. Oh, hey, we could actually battle Rider Willie again if we wanted to. I might do that because, even though, I mean, we've, you know, okay, so first things first, let's talk to Hortle. I'll get back to that train of thought in a minute. I'm willing to trade you the Elekid I've been raising in return. Would that be okay? Yes, it would. So he gives you an Elekid. And so if you trade him back to Togepi, now we have an Elekid in our party. And it has a nickname, for one, Zaprong. But it actually is a really interesting moveset on it. It has these three moves: Ice Punch, Fire Punch, and Thunder Punch. And then it has Cross Chop. And you can see that it's pretty powerful. I think it might hit. Does it hit twice? Probably not. But has a high critical hit ratio. Of course, accuracy is 80. But these three moves are all super solid. It gives it a really good range of type coverage. In terms of, you know, it has Ice, Fire, and Electric on it. So if you take the time to raise it into an Electabuzz, it can definitely be worth your while. I'm not gonna, obviously I'm not gonna use it, but it can be a valuable asset. The only problem is that, of course, you get it at this point in the game, and it's level 20, so it would take some time, you know, to raise it up. So you know what? Why don't we go and battle Rider Willie here and just get some experience. The reason I'm doing this is because even though we really haven't, we've done a fair amount of stuff in the game in terms of the plot, but we're actually getting to the point where we only have two major dungeons left. One of them's the Cypher Key Lair, and then the other one, you know, I won't spoil what it is yet, but there are only two left. So, oh, so his Pokemon level 24 still. Lol. But the levels of the Pokemon that we're going to be facing are going to be ramping up fairly quickly, to the point that, you know, we're in the low 30s right now, and you can see with Gonzap, we were right around Gonzap's level, but getting into the Cypher Key Lair, like at the end of the Cypher Key Lair, you're starting to see Pokemon in the high 30s, and by the time you get to the end of the final dungeon, like the final boss, I think has level 50 Pokemon. So I'm doing this in an effort to try to keep up a little. Just like I will probably go and do Mountain Battle some before the final dungeon. And great. Okay, well, these are the last two Pokemon. But I just want to keep up with experience because things are going to get pretty difficult later on because the levels just kind of escalate really quickly. So that's kind of my game plan. It's also one of the reasons why I actually prefer having a five-party team in this game as opposed to using a full set of 6. Just because then you have to spread your experience a little bit more, and therefore you don't level up quite as quickly, and so you have to do more grinding in order to stay with the curve. So it's nice having kind of the Shadow Pokemon there. If you have a bunch of Shadow Pokemon on the other side of the field, Shadow Pokemon are really great at just resisting all of that damage. And it's not a strategy that I have employed that much yet, But we'll start getting into battles where the trainer has more than one shadow Pokemon, and especially near the end, they'll probably have 2 out at the same time. And that's when having that one shadow Pokemon on your team is a real asset. Alright, I'm debating what I want to do now. So our second piece of business before I wanted to go and challenge the Cypher Key Lair is to challenge the pre-gym here in Fanac City. I mean, again, that's another, just doing it for more experience. I think there are some other perks associated with it. So I suppose we'll do that now. I'm really high up there in the recording time, but of course I'm also cutting out a good, like, 13 to 15 minutes of that. I think our Pokemon are fine, right? No, let's heal. One of the nice things about Mount Battle that also makes it a little bit easier is that you instantly get healed between battles. So you always start battles with fresh Pokemon. So that actually makes having, stronger moves with less PP a lot more viable in that environment. But yeah, we'll go and challenge the pre-gym. We're going to be a little bit over-leveled for it now, especially some of the earlier Pokemon. Like, I think they start around level 24. But it'll still be good experience, and I want to get as much experience as I can, like I've said. So I think we talked to Justy here to start it. Alright, I'm going to switch out Breloom. Alright, you know what? I'll put up Vaporeon. Vaporeon actually has 2 new moves that we haven't seen yet, so... Alright, so he's telling us about how the pre-gym works. And we're just going to get it in a series of consecutive battles. So this can fill out the rest of the episode. I kind of already did my entire spiel on my philosophy regarding this game and my party and why I'm doing all this stuff, so I don't really have any directed topic to talk about now. But we're going to have a lot of these battles, so I'm going to have to find something. Okay, they start at 21 actually. Alright. Okay, so let's try out Shadow Ball with Vaporeon, and then also you can use Rock Tomb. So that'll actually be 4 times effective on Ladybug because it's bug flying. That type matchup is one that I know and kind of have in the back of my head, but I never really use all that much, and that's the fact that... I just bumped my mic. That's the fact that Rock is good against Bug. Which doesn't really come up much because most of the time I'll have a Fire type on my team that covers Bug. So I never really worry about it. And last Pokemon out here on the field is going to be a Blossom. We'll go for Ice Beam and just throw out a Psychic as well. As you can see that, I mean, we're 10 levels higher though, so you can't really see the added damage that Shadow Ball is doing, but it'll definitely help. Alright, Baltoy grew to level 32. Yeah, it'll be really nice if we can get Baltoy to level up by the time we get to the final dungeon. And I'll definitely try to have that happen. Because the poor guy has been unevolved throughout most of this adventure so far. It's just a shame because most of our other Pokemon evolved pretty darn early. Like Houndoom was 24, Flaffy was 18, and then Ampharos was 30. Vaporeon we had from the stone from the very beginning. Breloom was also 24, I think. So most of our team has been fully evolved at this point, but Baltoy just kind of been the odd one out. Alright, so looks like we're going to queue up another Ice Beam. I'm going to leave, well, okay, so I'll allow Baltoy to get a little bit more experience. At this point, we're probably just going to run through these battles pretty quickly anyways. We'll be 1 or 2 shotting most things. but unfortunately we can't switch our leading members of our party like we would be if this were a regular gym. Yeah, because you could actually do the between battles. Alright, okay. This strategy. This is a favorite strategy of the people at the pre-gym. They love using double team, which raises their Pokemon's evasiveness. It gets kind of silly. Luckily for us, we have Faint Attack on Houndoom, so you'll probably see Houndoom in the final battle. I think also because Justy has some grasping Pokemon as well, but it never misses, so we won't have to worry about their double teaming shenanigans. Yep, see, there you go. I hope you know that this isn't going to do you much good because you're only going to get one off and then we're just gonna kill you. So have fun with that. But yeah, here's Water Pulse. It got a critical hit. Cool. So yeah, Vaporeon's damage output is actually going to be quite a bit better now. It has 90 power on Ice Beam, 60 power on Water Pulse, and 80 power on Shadow Ball. So we're in pretty good shape. This will probably end up being Vaporeon's final moveset. Alright, you're a guy. You shall claim victory. I hate to disappoint you, no pal. But nope, you won't be achieving victory. Okay, Kecleon and Azumarill. Well, I guess as long as we... Yeah, Shadow Ball would probably be a good option here for that. And then... Yeah, we'll go with Psych. If that doesn't take Kecleon out, then we can use Shadow Ball on it. For fun. Oh, wow. That did not do a lot of damage. Either Azumarill has a lot of HP, or it has high defenses, or both. Oh man, we're not doing all that much damage. Period. And here come the double teams. This might get obnoxious because we won't be able to take these guys out right away. We'll switch targets. Yeah, Psychic's just the strongest move that we have on Baltoy. At the moment, it's 90 power and nothing else that we have really comes close. Hey! Strategy. Working. See, now we're actually getting some pretty decent experience. Okay, cool, Yanma, yay! Something that we can actually do something to. I'm guessing this won't take it out. Yep, not quite. Figures as much. And things might start getting silly now. We'll see. Hopefully Vaporeon should be able to take out Yanma before it's able to do anything really silly, but we might start missing now. It's super effective. And Yanma goes down. So I'm really sorry if you can hear people downstairs are playing music. I can hear the bass. You might not be able to hear it very well, but I can. And we'll just finish off Azumarill with Psybeam there. Okay, so now we're 3 battles in. I might start switching out Baltoy at this point. Maybe after it gets a level. We'll see. But we should have 2 more battles to go. And then we'll be done with the pre-gym. And I'll be done with this episode. Don't think I'm going to go easy on you just because you're an old lady. Matron Callus. Words. I don't even have the words. Oh ho! Okay, Poosel and Minun. Those are some really great Pokemon, and by great I mean not so great. Although they do kind of help each other. Okay, I'm gonna switch out the Vaporeon because we can. You're still level 31. Let's send you out, and then sure, let's go for Psychic. We got rid of Mud Slap, but like I said, even with the super effective, you know, type bonus, Mud Slap probably wouldn't do that much. Oh boy, this again. I kind of wish I could turn battle animations off, you know, at will. I think that is an option to do, but I don't want to do it all the time. Because, you know, the battle animations are pretty. In this game especially. Of course, there was Pokemon Battle Revolution that came out after this, which was on a console and had all the animations. The 3DS animations have actually caught up pretty well. To the point where, back in earlier generations, it was nice to have the, you know, Colosseums on, you know, Pokemon Coliseum or XD that you could fight your, you know, handheld game teams in, because then you got to see your Pokemon, and they were in 3D, and they had all the fancy animations and everything, and it was really cool. But now it's not really necessary to have, you know, a Pokemon Stadium-like game that's just kind of like, oh, you can fight your, you know, teams from the other games in this one. Let's go for Thunder Punch. Yeah, I think that'll be the strongest thing. Oops. Let's select the right Pokemon this time. I think that'll be the strongest thing that we have, and then we'll just finish off. A Boozle. But yeah, as I was saying, the need for that kind of game is kind of becoming moot. Just because, you know, the 3DS games have actually gotten to a point where they're really nice to look at, and it's not just, you know, static sprites and, you know, simple animations. You can definitely appreciate how much, you know, the Pokemon series has changed in terms of the visuals from the first generation onwards. I mean, heck, Gen 3 was a pretty big step up in terms of the graphics. And then Gen 4 didn't really add too much. More so in the overworld department. And then Gen 5 is where they really kind of stepped it up in the battle, and that, you know, the Pokemon had animations. They were still sprites, but they had, you know, they actually moved around in battle, and that was actually really neat. So I stopped playing Pokemon after Diamond came out. Like, I got Diamond, and then after that, I just didn't continue with Gen 4. Vaporeon. You can do that thing, and you are not really the best Pokemon for this situation. But yeah, I stopped playing after Diamond came out. I didn't play Platinum. I didn't get Heart Gold or Soul Silver either. And then I skipped all of Generation 5 actually when it first came out. And so back when X and Y came out, that was actually when I got back into Pokemon. So it was the first Pokemon game that I had played like since Diamond. And now that I think about that, that's like 2006. So it's like 7 years that I didn't play, you know, Pokemon games, or at least the new ones. But since then, I've actually gone back and I've played Gen 5. I still haven't played Heart Gold or Soul Silver, and I probably should. Oh, hi, Gligar. I have a very nice looking Ice Beam for you. How would you like that? And then we'll go for Flamethrower. So this battle is probably going to be a cinch, because we're just taking them out before they even get a chance to use Double Team. There's no kill like overkill. Alright, he's going to send his last Pokemon, which is a Nose Pass, and we actually have something for that too. Alright, you can get out your one Double Team. Dang it! I knew it was going to happen. Like, that pause was there, and I was I was thinking to myself, it's gonna miss, isn't it? And it missed. I love you, game. Alright, that actually did quite a number on Nose Pass. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I think it's probably more of a defensive, physical defense Pokemon, but for not being super effective, that actually did quite a lot. Oh my god. Are you serious? Gah! Don't make me start using Fan Attack on you, because I will. Because it never misses. You're making me net mad though, because I had, a move that was quadruply effective and would have taken you out in one turn. I hope that you know that you're just delaying the inevitable. Really. I mean, because he hasn't attacked us. Not once. I know that we've one-hit KO'd 2 of his Pokemon, but still. He's not going to get an attack off this fight. Especially because Houndoom moves first, and we're using a move that never misses. So thank you for being a complete pushover. And we defeated the pre-gym leader, Justy. Hooray! I feel so accomplished. And we got money. Alright. It's been 5 years since I lost like this. That's actually a pretty good record. And he's going to give us, for beating him, a Lumberry and TM32. And relishing its memory for some time. Yeah, you'll remember getting utterly destroyed. I actually want to check out what... Okay, that... Of course. Of course. Of course it's Double Team. I'm not putting that on any of my Pokemon. I mean, you can see how ridiculous it gets, but... I mean, I'm not gonna do that. Alright, so I'm gonna heal up here, and then I think next time, I might stop by the Pokemart and I might get some more balls before we head to the site for Key Lair, but next time, let's play Pokemon XD. We're gonna be taking on the site for Key Lair. It's probably gonna take us a few episodes. It's a pretty big place. So for now, thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Pokemon XD. I've been redxparasite, signing out.